What is up, guys? And we have some new Paramon leaks that were leaked to the content creators, so I get to be the first to show them off to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy what we're about to go through. Now, I'm actually going to be doing a thorough breakdown of this video, and if you want to get the full picture as to like everything I'll be explaining, then I highly recommend you go watch my first video first, because you'll see what I mean as I'm talking about this. But here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this. So basically, hopefully a crane just doesn't walk into me in the background. That would be very unfortunate. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this video and watch it. So first you can see, I believe it's Crokinole. I could be completely wrong. I'm probably wrong with the name. I don't remember any of these names. But we see the model. Now I'm noticing, okay, yeah, so we see the model. He has the fin. It's kind of hard to see his top fin. So you see Logo walking around. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and say that this server list is probably still in development. A lot of their GUIs, I think Logo said, were still in development. They just kind of threw on there. So yeah, so just kind of ignore that. Boom. Okay, this is first huge major thing. I don't know if you see this. There is a sparkle there, and you'll see this a lot more. Okay, you can kind of see it there. You'll see it a lot more prominently. It's on the table for those of you who don't know where the camera is like facing right now. And the reason why this is actually important is because it was implied that the way we'll pick up items in the world was through a similar device to the capturing device, mainly because it had the chest icon, and that almost seemed to be the same. We were going to pick them up. That's kind of what Sora said. That's what I kind of said. But it seems as if that's not going to be the case, and we have these cool little sparkling dots on the ground, which, personal opinion on, I absolutely love. They're going for like an almost like a they're going for the vibe of almost as if we're playing like one of the older Pokemon games, but then we get to actually control the Pokemon. And what I mean by that is, you know, something like from like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon's not really that old, but you get the gist. You know, being able to go to the ground and pick up those little sparkles on the ground, and I like that, and it also fits the building style in my opinion. Like I feel like if I were playing one of those games, especially the older ones, the buildings would just look like this and these areas. And you'll see a lot of buildings, so I'll just kind of let that play through. Obviously, I'm sure some of these NPCs are just kind of there as memes for now, and in the main game they won't see. This is interesting to note. I bet people aren't going to actually talk about this. This, and I guarantee it, is going to be a cutscene block. So, there is at some part in the game, they're going to show off this little town hall section, and I bet it's going to be like almost like a camera angle where they're zooming in here or around, and that's because the laboratory is right there. You'll see it in a minute, but it is interesting to note that that is indeed a cutscene block. And Logo can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I feel like I know when I see a cutscene block. It's just very apparent. So I'm kind of surprised that that wasn't transparent, but I also get that Logo was trying to get this out really quickly for us. So we have some quick little lore here. He talks to this guy, and whoops, I didn't go back far enough. He goes, Goob's hater. Did you hear? They say Professor Goob bought his PhD. He must be the son of someone powerful. And then the next guy says, but didn't he build the windmills personally? He goes really quick through that. Actually, he may have bought those too. So Professor Goob seems to be the guy who's probably going to give us our starter, since Professor. We'll see if that's actually going to be the case. This dialogue could be temporary. I'm not actually sure. It seems like it isn't, though. And then this looks like it will legitimately be in the game. I'm worried about my friend Jeffrey, so I gave him to visit the village to visit. This does sound like it's going to be part of the quest, or like we're going to save Jeffrey. Do want to note a few things. So the doors, you'll notice how all of the different buildings have this one little door. There's another part that I think that's actually the teleport part, or the E prompt, but that's besides the point. That is one of those, no, that's one of those blue blocks we talked about in the last video. Logo, can you please tell me what the blue blocks are? I'm still baffled by what the blue blocks are. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Hear me out on this one. This is kind of literally a live reaction. We saw a ton of blue blocks in that last screenshot that I called out. And what if, I just said this for the door, that it's an E prompt. What if those were all E prompts? And for those of you who don't know what an E prompt is, it's like when you can press to hold E, or if you're on your phone, you press to hold the button to pick up the thing or open the thing you want to do. It's like performing an action. So what if that's for all like the different dust sparkling things on the ground, and those were all different item locations? Could be wrong about that. It's a good theory. Here we go. We have a lot of information to unpack. You'll notice how, like I said, all those were single doors. They had a different style, and we have a double door. So it seems apparent that this is indeed going to be our building that has that one room that I showed off. And it could have more double doors in it. Maybe not, though. Also, if it is the lab, then, or the lab-like in this game, see, there's another one. Maybe they were originally E-prompts, or they were just the blue blocks before they added the GUIs. That sounds a lot better, is that they were the blue blocks before they added the GUIs. There's a lot of questions. I'm not really sure, but, you know, definitely seems more like it. As I was saying, back to the other buildings, it makes more sense if it was Professor Goob, since that is a very big building compared to the rest, and if he were rich, then, yeah, I would have a big building like that too, with double doors. And we're pretty much coming to the end of it. There looks like there is something out there sparkling, or like some sort of dock we can see. Yeah, you can kind of see that. There's a light out there. It might be another item sparkling, or it might just be a dock, like I said. It could just be a light. And here is the bridge that I actually called out in my last video. I talked about a water area, as we saw from a certain screenshot, and which would indicate that this could be that building. There could be like an energy or power plant or something way up there that we saw from the last screenshot. Maybe wrong. I'm not really sure if there's going to be another bridge, but this is either indicating that there is at least one waterway and there may be another on like the other side. Certainly a lot to unpack in this video. My brain was a little scatterbrained because I was just trying to get the video out. But I did explain a lot, and I had a lot of good theory. There's another blue block! Someone's got to tell me what these blue blocks are, I'm telling you. I'm thinking it's click prompts. I don't think it's E prompts. I think they have it so that you just walk up to it and you click, like your mouse icon gets bigger and then you can click on certain things. That seems to be what it is, especially since it's close to the doorknob. But that is really interesting. So, kind of cool to see. Part of their actual developing, and that would also indicate that, as I said earlier about the block up here, that this is indeed a cutscene block, considering it is unlike the rest of them. So there we go. Definitely a lot of cool information that I have unpacked in this video. Please go ahead and support Paramon. I'll have a link to their Discord down below. Definitely enjoyed doing this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.